Like those woos. I think we went to some of the same concerts. All right. I'm excited. Living this comedy life, guys. I'm not trying to brag, but anybody else hit the Coinstar today? With your center console change? I scraped together $8 for a pack of cigarettes, a Slim Jim, a Snickers bar, and the rest in gas, please. Yeah. Take 3/4 of a gallon of your finest regular, my good man. Yeah. See if we can't top off that red line. Let's get it above that. I'd be E for excited. My 2001 Chevy Cavalier. What? Yeah, that's how I'm living. Yeah. It's a nice car. I bought that car brand new in 2001 off the lot like a man on a loan I co-signed with my wife's elderly grandmother. Then about a year later, like the man I actually am, I got it repossessed. Couldn't make the payments. I'm not a wealthy guy by any means. I'm not even rich in nutrients. Living la vida broca, that's me. And they alerted my wife's grandmother because she was the co-signer on the loan. And this is what an amazing woman she was. She didn't yell at us. She didn't say anything. All she did was fly to Georgia from New York, go to the dealership, and pay for the car outright in cash. Just bought it. And then she surprised us by driving it back to New York and never speaking to me or her granddaughter ever again. Didn't see that coming. And then she drove the car for a few years, and sadly she passed away, and she left the car to her daughter, my mother-in-law, and she drove the car for a few years, and she passed away, and she left the car to her daughter, my wife. Now I'm driving that bitch payment-free. That is how a man buys a car, right there. It's amazing. It's a good car. My wife and I carpool in it every day because we believe in quality time. There's no better way to spend quality time with your spouse of nearly 15 years than when you're confined in a really cramped space right after you just woke up. On the way to the place you hate the most. That's when the truth comes out. Like every day we get into little fights. Every morning we drive past a Planned Parenthood location. There's always protesters outside Planned Parenthood because they hate children, or I don't know what their problem is. And every day, my wife is like, there's protesters outside Planned Parenthood at 7 a.m. That's ridiculous. Well, it's so early. Why don't they do something better with their life? And I'm like, you can't tell them what to do with their bodies. They have the right to choose what time they want to protest. This is America. Right? And they're well within their legal rights. It's the first part of the day. Have as many protests as you want. Do it with multiple partners. Nobody gives a shit. Right? You can protest in the second part of the day. Perfectly legal, although some would wonder why you would wait so long to make such an important decision. When it gets to that third crucial part of the day, that is too late. Eventually, you're going to have to abort that protest. That's usually where I terminate the conversation with my wife. I don't want to upset my wife because I'm pro-wife. Thank you. That's some of the most undivisive abortion stuff you're ever going to hear. I'm pretty proud of it. Thank you. They're way into abortions. All right. Recently, I was driving down the highway, and a Rolls-Royce Phantom pulled up alongside of me. I don't know if you guys know anything about cars, but that's like a really big, expensive car. I was like, damn, this dude must have a ton of space where his penis should be. Kind of overcompensating a little bit. And he drove past me at a vanity license plate on the Rolls-Royce. Let's face it, if you got $500,000 to blow on a car, you're going to kick in the extra 60 for the vanity, get those douche points. You're going to want those. And classiest car on the road that day, equally classy vanity license plate. It said, Matt 69. Yeah, they know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a sex position. Yeah. If you never spent any time on an elementary school playground where you learn about this kind of thing, The 69, that's the mutual oral compensation between a man and a woman. That is the dumbest thing ever. The last thing any guy wants to do while he's getting blown, anything else. That's number one, easily. And I didn't understand, like, what kind of sick pervert broadcasts his sexual position preference on his license plate? And second, you have $500,000 to just blow on a car, but all you aspire to sexually is a 69? Like, dude, you have a lot of money. You can get way better than that. Why don't you have a vanity license plate that says, Matt three-way, no dudes? I don't know how many characters they give you. Seems like you get that done. I gotta tell you though, I found out later on though that Matthew 6:9, that's the beginning of the Lord's Prayer in the Bible. So I was way off. I was the one that was perverted in that situation. I found that out after I wrote a lot of those jokes. All right, thanks a lot, guys. My name's Greg Behrens. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you.